Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Oh, Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman, butchered by some savage scowl.
Would you care to partake?
Jonathan, how could you...
Forgive me if I feel despondent. For there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to...
What more can you tell me about him?
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is...
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my...
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened.
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens.
Aren't you...
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Have you embraced this woman? Like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly...
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital.
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone.
Thank you, Matt. It seems the Priwen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Fear no evil! We do the Lord's work here!
Die, vermin!
Crawl back to the hell that fought you! There's one of them vermin! Have no fear, brothers! Fear no, it's too strong! No rest for the wicked! Stay back! There! me! Get it! Watch it! It's a killer!
It's locked.
Fear no evil! We do the Lord's work here!
Best be moving on. Not a safe place.
McNaghy! It's on to us!
I cannot enter.
Ah!
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move. Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I...
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want...
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys.
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So you're a concerned criminal.
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a...
So, tell me about...
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to...
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not...
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The wet boot boys work for me.
What can you tell me about...
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give people what they...
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient. Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet
Do you need medical...
Yeah, I do. If you can throw in some
So you can sell them on the black market? Sorry. I'll only provide you with exactly...
Fair enough, Dr. Reed. Don't cost me...
I know you're looking for...
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk...
The sad saint. Why on earth do you...
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke...
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton.
Goodbye.
You again?
Goodbye. Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed.
Who are you?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I don't have any money for you, Lynch.
I'm not here for chat...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy...
Can I see what...
As long as you have money.
Good evening, miss.
Hello again.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck...
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to...
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk.
Behind all your crude words and your attitude, I sense romance and a soft heart, Miss Cox.
Romance? I have no time for such rubbish. I use...
Can I offer you my...
Giving out for free. You've made...
Perhaps I would. Please, take this. You will feel...
Thank you. But don't expect me to...
You still use your husband's name, and...
Why shouldn't I? He may be a bloody bastard, but I'm still his wife, and his name means something round here.
Are you aware of what happened to him?
Yes. I'm sure he fought till the end and looked death in the eyes. The boys will mourn him. Except one of...
What can you tell me about...
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Really? Don't you think that...
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds...
You sound like you're thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards...
What can you
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shift.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you? I'm not interested in a career...
Fair enough. Stay away from us, then, if you don't want to get hurt.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that...
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats word.
tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina?
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
What happened?
I don't know and I don't care. One of ours...
So you have no idea what really happened? But...
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor.
And your conscience is clear?
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed, when used...
So you decide who lives and...
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's my way.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I
The
could...
sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left...
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the youth.
Goodbye, Mr. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always...
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions.
Don't like questions. Or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
What can you tell me about...
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and...
Are you thinking about...
Nope. Hate them all. Especially these...
Is there no one who deserves...
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen with...
What's your...
I take care of my mum. That's what I do. She's the only good thing...
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Sometimes...
I just wanted to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience.
Any chance you can help me
The sad saint. What?
Actually, that's...
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watts will gladly...
Goodbye.
To every night.
Good evening, Mr.
Yeah.
Do you require... I don't know which kind of doctor you're used to dealing with.
And is it your purpose as well, Mr. Reed? I would say it's a convenient way for gaining people.
Goodbye. Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing...
No, it's just that
Well, I won't.
my name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
What can you tell me about...
It's all about staying out of trouble.
Why do people...
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around...
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
What do you do?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir.
Do you have a...
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Are you alone?
I don't have any.
So you have no home?
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets.
You should be careful, Rufus. There are things that lurk in the shadows of this city. Things that prey...
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind.
Why do you think she's so
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not.
Do you know a man who lives in this part of town? A man named Sean?
Sorry, sir. I don't know a lot of folks around here.
Well, I don't think you should talk to him. He may be very sick.
Thanks for the tip. You might want to check the turquoise turtle.
So long, Rufus. Be careful.
Evening, Miss.
Do you need help?
A real
A real doctor treats everyone the same.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So long, Rufus. Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam.
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fish... I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep. I've been nothing but worry. Worries people most these days. So you have questions about the...
Yes, among other...
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like...
Mrs. Fishburne, are you...
I am fine for now, least in body.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere now.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. They
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope Factory, but it closed before the war.
Did your husband die?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was...
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
I'm trying to locate Mr. Sean Hampton.
You talking about the one everyone calls the sad saint? The man who takes care of the homeless?
The very same, Miss Fishburne.
I'm sorry. I don't know where his shelter is. But if you ask around, I'm sure...
Goodbye, Miss...
Please don't stay too long, sir.
Flesh and blood.
Good evening, Miss...
Of course. Please don't stay too
Call
long,
this the
sir.
bad part of town. I've got it worse.
It's locked, all right.
Mark my words.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
Whatever do you mean?
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few...
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you.
Inebriation aside.
Yes, I feel...
Take this, then.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop. The only remedy I...
What do you do for it?
I drink. I drink in...
Why do you drink?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine...
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am, Doc.
Don't you work?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you?
Is there any...
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless, and then...
Let me tell you a story.
All right.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things...
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded in...
You lost people you loved that...
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even...
I'm sorry, mister.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just...
Is there...
How dare...
No...
Let me tell you...
Another... Is there...
How dare...
Why are you so...
Cynicism is the polite way to express despair.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton.
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me?
About the sad saint.
Goodbye.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire.
A vampire hunter?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist. And
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to...
a man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten.
What can you tell me?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy.
It's impossible to protect everyone.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack...
So...
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual.
Can I help?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on...
How do you identify?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures?
Of course I have. What kind of question is that?
Have you heard?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever...
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt?
Vampires are just like every other predator.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton.
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of...
Do you need my medic?
I appreciate your concern.
Goodbye.